Motorists who use the Peduase-Ayi-Mensah Road say they can now heave a sigh of relief as the debris that covered parts of the stretch Wednesday morning has been cleared by the Ghana Highways Authority. Joy News first reported the dangerous nature with which stones and sand covered portions of the road, which motorists expressed grave concerns over. We are back there this afternoon. We'll get more from Carlos Kaloni, who has been on this beat for us. Carlos, what has changed since yesterday?
All right, Aisha, I can report that the debris has actually been cleared from the road. And as we speak, there's free movement of vehicles now on both lanes on the Peduase to the Ayi-Mensah bound stretch of the road. But there is a problem. The problem is that the drains remain heavily silted. And this is actually causing a lot of problems. Apart from that, I also see a substantial amount of the debris which has also been left on the shoulder of the road. And this is impeding free flow of water. So as we speak, you can see some water flowing freely onto the road. Aisha.
Yesterday, the Eastern Regional Minister, Sete Champon, ordered developments on the hill, the developers as well as contractors working on some inner roads there to take remedial measures to stop any further spillage of the debris onto the road. Has anything changed in that direction?
All right, so that was the assurance given by the Eastern Regional Minister. But this morning, our interactions with the residents and some property owners here on the hill show that engineers are yet to actually arrive here to do anything of that sort. So the property owners themselves have not taken any steps yet, and authorities are also yet to arrive here to push them to take any action on that.
How about motorists who ply the stretch? What's their reaction to the road finally as it's being cleared?
Well, they've been expressing a lot of excitement over the fact that the debris has been cleared, but they've also been expressing concerns over the heavily silted drains there, and they want the authorities to move swiftly, especially to tackle the issue on the hill with regards to a contractor that is working on some inner roads in the community. So they are asking the authorities to move swiftly to ensure that the contractor works fast so that we don't have a repeat of this incident, and also ensure that property owners on the hill also heed to the directive given by the regional minister.
Carlos Kaloni is our man following this for us. We can now listen to the Eastern Regional Minister, Sete Champon, who's been warning the road developers to desist from activities that pose a risk to road users.
And I agree on transparency issues and all other concerns and respect of ownership, who must we hold responsible. So that is the essence why we refer and immediately call on them for remedy. However, you raise a very important point on settlement. Unfortunately, we have been battling this as we speak. The municipality, which is the Ekrapim South municipality, is in court with 3 developers within. Aside that, the Regional Coordinating Council, with advice from what we have come to inherit and we know as the engineering coordinating team, this is a meeting of all engineers in various sectors of our economy. And they are advisors to the Coordinating Council in respect of land use and spatial planning. And they are the ones that admonish us on how and where policy must be directed to. And so within this year, we held our maiden meeting and we made presentations in this particular enclave. Reasons are that we had already issued concerns to the Obotebri Mountain in the Koforidua area, where we realized that settlement was rearing her head in that neighborhood. So we encouraged the New Job South municipality, who is the owner of that neighborhood, to prevent future approvals, if any, came before the development committee of the assembly, so that we'll be able to control the distractions and at the same time what we call unnecessary disturbance of the vegetation. Reasons are that, like the engineer said, we've been made to appreciate that the formed ground here and then the existing ground is what the scientists call a sedimentary formation. So the ground we have is sedimentary. It's not like the granite rock that we see that engineers use to roll our roads. So these, when movement occurs, it is easily loosened, and so not supposed to disturb it. That is how they made us to understand and appreciate.
Meanwhile, Greater Accra Regional Director of Highways, Engineer Emmanuel Layo says his outfit is currently flying a drone in the area to ascertain the cause of the falling of stones and sand on the stretch, as well as that of the Kaswa stretch, to inform his outfit on what concrete measures to take in dealing with the situation.
That way, we are not seeing that there shouldn't be any development on the hill. But then the moment you put up a structure, there should be other structures to contain whatever problems it will be bringing on board. Now, if you go outside the country, Singapore, other areas that the people are living on the hill, you realize that they have a proper drainage structure that collects all the water and runs it down to the valley, and that is okay. However, our station is not like that. There is no planning scheme. If there is any, I don't know. But if there is any planning scheme, I expect that it will be followed. However, from what you are observing, you can clearly see that there is no planning scheme being followed. And that is why we are seeing what we are seeing now. The residents themselves, those downstream, are handicapped because they get the brunt of all the problems that will come from the top. These are the debris, stones, and then the water itself, because it's not properly channeled. So for now, we have to seriously bring in all the stakeholders, especially the district assembly, and then the hydrology people, and then with Ghana Highway Authority inclusive, so that together we'll come out with a solution, so I can see.
Similar concerns have been raised by motorists and residents. I mean, over the mudslide at the Kaswa Tollbooth area there, whenever it rains. We understand you're on an inspection tour of the place. What's the root cause of that problem there? Is it also about structures on the hill?
Currently, I was saying no. It's a combination of a lot of factors. We, in the past, during the construction of the Malang-Kaswa Road, there was a contractor by name Sonitra. The one gravel from the middle of the hill. And the normal circumstances, when they finish, they have to put up they have to reclaim the land by putting on the topsoil, so that vegetation can come and then restrict the movement of the erosion. However, sometimes you complete the place, and then the landowners will tell you, look, we want to go there, and therefore leave the place for us. As a social being, naturally, you will do that. So kind of what's happening is that at the toe of where they did they leveled the place all right, but we have a hill of silt that is being washed by the water from the upstream, and that is what comes onto the road. So that is the situation on the ground now. If you visit the place, it's very horrible. We have very large valleys as a result of erosion. We came here, we've seen a lot of flakes around. They are very visible.